Peace, family. Peace, family. Yo, I'm disgusted right now, and I'm gonna tell you why. Daniel Prude, 41-year-old black man who died a horrific death at the hands of Nazi police officers in Rochester, New York. This happened in March of this year, and we're just learning about it now. Body cam footage was just released, and now the public is being aware of how they tortured and killed this man. In my opinion, I looked at the body cam footage, and from everything that I can possibly see, it looked like murder to me. I got my man Ali with me right now. So Ali, I'm gonna ask you, man, in your opinion, what you saw, what do you think? Did they kill that man?
Yes, I agree with you. I believe they killed him. He was doing all right before they put the restraints on him and held his head to the ground and put their knee in his back, and they killed him. He was all right before that.
I'm so tired of seeing this shit, man.
Yeah, me too, man. It's something that the police just do over and over and over, man. And unfortunately, in this case, no one caught it on video separate from the police department, so we didn't get to find out about it until almost 7 months later. That's how they do to deflect the criticism and to deflect the protest. They keep it a secret as long as they can until they just can't. I guess they just showed it to the mayor recently, and she called them all out on it. She suspended 7 officers. Did she fire them or suspend them?
I believe they were suspended. They said that he was suffering some mental health challenges. Some saying that he was high on PCP at the time. Either way, from what I've seen, he was in total compliance with their demands and their commands. So I don't understand at the end of the day. And I can understand at some point they might have to restrain and use a restraint hold, but to lean on somebody's body without giving them some type of relief at some point, at least acknowledging and finding out if they can breathe, what am I talking about? I'm bugging, man. They just don't give a fuck, because they would have never did that to no white person, man.
I wonder what you're talking about, too.
Yeah, I'm bugging.
You're
what the
talking
fuck?
about a naked man. What possible threat could he possibly?
Exactly.
What threat could he be to 7 police officers? He's handcuffed, naked on the ground, with 7 big burly cops standing over him. What's the ratio? I mean, how can he be a threat?
The shit is fucking mind-boggling. I mean, there's no excuse for it. And they laughing and joking, you know what I mean? They think it's a game, you know what I'm saying? And then, from what I understand and reading an article that I read from the Democratic, after everything happened, they finally, because they did resuscitate him, but he was brain dead because he was out for so long that he lost so much oxygen to his brain. But they didn't even let the family know when they finally, talked to the family, let them know the outcome, the results of that, what happened, that that his heart stopped, that they even went through that episode. The cop just told them that he was being took into the hospital and gave them the information and basically bounced.
Did his brother witness it happen?
His brother called because his brother's 911 on him because of the fact that he was going through some psychological issues and ran out the house. Yeah, because they think that he was either under the influence of some PCP or he might have taken something, because he was actually going through some issues on the train. They kicked him off the train when he was actually coming to, live with his brother. He was really from Chicago, from what I understand. But I mean, there's no excuse for that, man. I mean, not only that, we still haven't brought the officers to justice for the murder of Breonna Taylor.
3 officers.
Not only that, go ahead. You was gonna say something?
Guys didn't even get suspended. They just got their assignments changed. They kept on working as cops. They just got different assignments, reassigned. They didn't get any type of discipline, no type of suspension, nothing.
Who are you talking about? The Breonna Taylor, or are you talking about the?
Three cops from Breonna Taylor. They didn't get any suspension. The only thing they got was reassigned.
Yeah. The young man Deion Kizzy, 29-year-old, fatally shot by police Monday, as a matter of fact. It wasn't yesterday, it was Monday. In California, in LA, yeah. They shot him saying that he had a gun. No. That's something different. This kid was shot on Monday. That incident with the baseball bat was some years ago, and they finally, I guess, charged the cop that did that, shot the kid in Walmart.
I was wrong on that, okay. But the dude Kizzy, the one that dropped the gun when he was running from the cops?
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, I know you're talking about.
He dropped the gun. Gun wasn't in his hand. He wasn't pointing the gun. He dropped the gun with some other shit he had in his hand, and they still lit his ass up. Yep. And that goes back to a couple shows ago.
Dropped the gun. Please let's say that, man, because I don't believe nothing the police talk about. You understand what I'm saying? If they say somebody dropped the gun, it's a well-known police tactic to keep a gun somewhere on your team to put on, they call it flaking a suspect, to put on somebody that you shot out of line.
Exactly.
So maybe he had a gun and maybe he did.
Yeah. I mean, if he drops the gun and they find the gun, why would you shoot the man if he was basically, unarmed technically? You know what I mean? Where was the threat at? Your black skin is the threat. You know what I'm saying? Once again, being black is your weapon. You don't need a physical weapon. They'll shoot you just for GP.
Yeah, because that's the way the police are trained. They're trained to be scared. You understand? That's the way the police are trained in this country. They use that excuse way too often, that they were afraid for their life. If you're not afraid, go do something else. You understand what I'm saying? I'm tired of hearing about how afraid the police are and how dangerous their job is. Come on, try being a dude that's being policed by you and see how dangerous that is.
Shit is ridiculous, man. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. And then, when people actually question police tactics and say shit like defund the police and things like that, you know what I mean? Then they look at people crazy for even trying to talk like that. But, again, why? And I put some stuff on Instagram earlier. This one of the ladies, I don't know if it was the dude's sister, but she was making some very valid points about how much these police officers actually make to come in and police our communities the way they do. And we're paying them to literally kill us. You know what I'm saying? She was saying they get like $100,000 a year. You know what I mean? She was like, imagine how much, our communities, how much better our communities could do if the people that live here would even make half that. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. We basically paying them to kill us.
And they got bloated pensions on top of that we as taxpayers pay for.
Exactly. We pay them to come into our communities and brutalize us and do all kind of dirty shit to us. You know what I mean? Our money pay for that. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. But I was trying to say that, you know what I mean? Because they come into our communities and the money that they make, they take that into their communities. You know what I mean? That money's not spent in our community, so they come into us. Exactly.
And then you got to take into account the climate that we got this day and age. We got a president in the White House screaming law and order and this, that, and the third, and shut them down, and he's going to send in the feds and the National Guard and all this stuff. That's involving the police officers even further to think they bullshit to the streets.
Exactly. Yeah, getting back to my man Deion Kizzy, 29 years old. I think that the fact that this rash of shooting unarmed black men steadily, constantly. I mean, at the end of the day, what are we supposed to do? You know what I mean? What are we going to do about this? What can we do? What's the solutions? What's the answers to help us move forward and progress out this shit? Because this shit is just getting like to the point where, like you were saying before, you're almost getting desensitized to it. I mean, we are to a degree.
And when I tell you that, like I said, this has only been going on. This is a phenomenon of about, I'm going to say really, the last 5 years or so. But people walking around with cell phones on their cameras on their cell phone is a phenomenon of the last 10 years or so. So really in about the last 5 years, we've seen all these police shootings and killings, strangulation, and all kinds of different shit. Eric Gardner, and we've seen it all in the last 5 or 6 years, and we're desensitized to it already. Which means when black people said for hundreds of years, been telling you that they shoot us and kill us without cause and with impunity and get away with it, believe me, they've been doing it for hundreds of years, centuries.
Hell yeah. And that goes back to the episode we just did about, showing the videos of police brutality, trauma porn. You know what I mean? People are actually trying to make that argument that those videos shouldn't be shown. And that's the only proof that we possibly could have to hold them accountable. You know what I mean? Why would we not? And I understand that it could be harmful to, family members and things of that nature, but I would suggest that they don't watch it if it hurts them that much. But that has to be shown, man. We can't allow that type of thing to just go, unnoticed or unrecognized. It just can't continue to happen.
Yeah, but they don't want that to keep getting shown because they feel that that'll excite another dude like that dude from Dallas that shot those police officers because he was tired of seeing the black people getting killed by the police. I forget his name, always escapes me, but
Michael Johnson.
What was his name?
Michael Johnson.
Michael Johnson, yeah. He shot like 5 cops down there in Dallas. And that's why they want to keep that. They want to keep that kind of thing off the air. They want you to just take their word for it.
Yeah, the great revolutionary Michael Johnson, man. But yo, I mean, like I said, I'm not promoting violence, but I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, come on, man. You can't continue to just, come on, man. Come on.
And I understood why he went where he went, you understand?
Exactly, that's exactly.
Not only that, I feel that had to happen.
Yo, because that shit was going down back to back, to back, to back, to back. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, yo, what? Huh?
Like it is now.
Exactly. And
Because look right here, we didn't have that. George Floyd. We had the kid in Atlanta. I forget his name. They shot him twice.
Ahmaud Arbery.
No. This is a kid that was in the restaurant parking lot and got into.
Oh, Brooks. Was it Brooks?
I forget his name.
I know you're talking about, yeah.
So many, I keep them.
I know, that's crazy.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It was right after George Floyd, not long after.
And
let me see. This one in LA. And if I'm not mistaken, I heard a kid was shot in DC last night, an 18-year-old, by the police.
I didn't hear about that. And like I said, I'm not promoting violence, man, at all. You know what I mean? And I think that, there are good police officers. I've said that over and over and over again. They can't continue to commit these type of atrocities against our people. You know what I mean? Because when something happens to them, they want to talk about how the heroes and this, that, and the third, and how it affects the family. And, some of them may have children and it's going to grow up without a father. But when they do it to us, we get none of that. You know what I'm saying? They digging back in the past, trying to find out if you smoked some weed back in 1985 and, and because you may have smoked some weed, then that basically justifies you getting shot. to death. You know what I mean? Come on, man.
Right.
No, you didn't.
He was in that Rochester case. They were trying to say he was high on BCB.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
So what? Even if he was.
Even if he was.
That don't even mean he's smoking. Somebody could have smoked a Mickey. You don't know.
Exactly. Even if it was, you didn't even get caught out there. You got caught out there for a mental health call. You know what I mean?
Right.
Which goes back to kind of what we were talking about before, how monies really need to be allocated to professionals who can come on the scene and deal with these people when they're going through these episodes instead of having these, you know, trigger happy police Nazis ready to shoot or choke a black man to death when they don't, you know, think that he's maybe high or for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? They'll do it just for GP, like I said.
This man was sitting on the ground, handcuffed and naked. He posed no threat to 7 police officers, all armed with firearms. He has no threat. He can't win nothing. There's no reason for him to be dead, man. There's no reason for him to be dead.
Why couldn't you have him subdued? Why not just sit him in the cop car until the ambulance arrives so you could get him to the hospital? Wouldn't that just been more simpler versus laying the dude and it's snowing, it's cold?
They was hoping he was freezing to death.
That's crazy. That shows no regard, man. Once again, our life has no value whatsoever.
Did she think that would have happened to him if he had been white? And she said no. And I said, God bless you, baby.
Yeah, at least she was being honest. At least she was honest about that. But that just off.
The man is black. His name is Lovely or something. I forget.
I was talking to my man earlier, man. I was saying, you know, it seems as though our lives is like that of, you know, a bug or something. You know how a bug might crawl on you, you might smack it and kill it and just keep it moving. That's how much value our life has to, you know, some of these people in this society. It just looks like, you know, business as usual. Same old shit.
I don't even think they really value. I just think that they're callous. All of them are a bunch of callous bullies. You understand what I'm saying? Black and white. Did you watch that clip I sent you that black cop beating that dude up in Baltimore?
Is that what you sent me? I put the shit on IG, yeah, when he railroad up on the dude who had on the pink shorts.
I forget what they had on.
Yeah, I seen it in Baltimore, right?
Beating him up for no reason.
Yeah, I seen it.
You see, it happens to black cops. The thing is, they act with impunity.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you tell somebody you're not accountable to the law, they're going to take that shit too far. Always. That's a bad thing when you tell a certain set of people that they are not accountable to the laws that they police everybody else for. How can that be? I mean, that's until they change that aspect of policing, this problem is never going to go away. All the time, the conversation Joe Biden talking about he want to have and all that, that's all bullshit, wasting time, money, and air. He can save that. Take that immunity away from these police, and you'll see a different way the police will come about quickly.
That video that you sent me about with the black cop in Baltimore, it was a black man up there, and he was talking, I believe it was the lawyer for the dude that he beat up, and he was saying that this thing transcends white or black. He said it's about blue, meaning, you know, systemic. And I actually posted that on IG asking the question, you know, is it really systemic? Because, you know, that black dude, you know, we can get it from either way. You know, just because he's black, yeah, they'll go even harder to prove how much more brutal they can be towards you just to prove to their white counterpart that they down with them. Real talk. You know it's real. You know that shit's true. They go extra hard just to show how much, you know what I'm saying, that they're willing to brutalize you. Shit, they brutalize with a white cop. I have to tell them to chill. You know what I mean? Hey, man, come on, man. Take it easy.
Like I said, man, you just can't take cops and tell them that you're above the law. You just can't do that. I mean, they have done it across this country, and I'm sure it took them. You know, when a cop shoots somebody, he don't got to give a statement for 24 hours.
No, I did not know that.
The union, that's a union rule. When a cop shoots somebody, he don't got to give a statement for 24 hours. And then he gets to have his lawyer sitting there with him. You see what I'm saying? Now, God forbid you or anyone else were to shoot somebody, the police ain't going to let you get your story straight and get your story straight with everybody that's involved and then come in a day later and give a statement. They don't operate like that. They want you to talk immediately. Tell us what happened right now.
No doubt. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Yeah, there's definitely another set of laws for them than it is for the regular man
and
out
here.
here.
As long as it is, we're going to see this killings continue.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to speak on it, man. I just wanted to touch base with the people and get the pulse of the people and see how they feel about that. If you have not heard, 41-year-old Daniel Prude was killed in March, and we're just learning about it now. Just, I believe the information came out yesterday that they basically suffocated this man to death. He was butt naked in the street, handcuffed, and they laid him prone on his stomach with his hands behind his back while they leaned on his chest and suffocated him.
And pushed down on his head and neck. That's what they said killed him. Because the dude was leaning on his head. He put all his weight on his head, pinned it to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And that killed him.
Another brother at the hands of these vicious race soldiers, these white supremacist Nazis. I'm not saying all police are, but you have that element.
We don't even know what color they was yet. We can't even say for sure they were white.
I seen the video, they were white. I seen the video, they were white. And I'm not making a sweeping indictment of all police officers, but I'm saying you got that element throughout this nation in all police departments, and you must do something about that. You know what I mean? Yeah, you got black officers that's on that bullshit too, but we must run out and rain out this white supremacist, this Nazi filth, this scum of the earth that continues to breed inside these police departments, and it becomes a breeding ground for them to continue to brutalize us, to kill us, you know, with impunity. You know what I mean? With no consequences. Breonna Taylor's killers still free, working as police officers. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to hold y'all. Just wanted to get that out there. Like I said, take the pulse of the people. See how you feel about that, man. I'm feeling a certain type of way about that. I'm feeling a certain type of way about, you know, these back-to-back killings of our people going on and on. You know what I mean? The pressure's on, you know, and we got to figure out some type of solution to how we're going to handle this. Till then, yo, peace. See you on the flip side. Hit us in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. And remember, you know, I need those likes, guys. Hit us with those likes, man. That helps support the channel. You know what I mean? So if you haven't, hit us with the thumbs up. It helps support us. You know what I mean? It don't cost you a thing. Peace.